Hello everyone, it's Sean. I'm here with another layout update. I just want to say I hope everyone had fun this weekend. I know I was at Trainfest all day Saturday from 7 to 6. I was with the Capital City Engineers. I've rejoined them. They're an N-Scale club out of Madison. I'm planning on rejoining a couple other clubs, including the Wapaka Area Model Railroaders, and there's a few others I won't mention. There's a new one I want to join. It's a Lionel Club in New Berlin, since I've gotten into O-Gauge here, as you can see. These are just the first cars I've bought. I've got 3 more at a hobby shop up in Three Lakes called the Choo Choo Store. Really nice little place. It focuses on O-Gauge. Really good prices, really good service. He's got a nice O-Gauge and HO layout there. He has some O-Gauge, or he has some HO stuff and some N-Scale. I've got Burlington Northern Gondola, Norfolk Western Hopper, and a CB&Q boxcar waiting there for me. And some of the stuff I've had a little bit. I bought these 2 Sioux Line hoppers and this Milwaukee Road hopper at a local show. I bought these 3 yesterday at Trainfest. This is the only Lionel car I have, probably the only one I'll get. I got it for $40. I couldn't complain. I paid list for these 3 because they're very hard to find around here. This one I bought up at my friend's shop. I think it was like $40 or $42 list, and then you get a discount for being in a club. This is my first eBay purchase, and I'm happy with it. It's a used car. I got it $36 shipped, I believe. So it's a pretty good deal. It's not really my railroad, but it's a covered hopper. It's, I don't see a lot of cylindrical hoppers. I thought it was neat. It was a fair price. I said, why not? And this is one of my cabooses I got off of eBay, and it's really nice. It's has the illuminated interior, figures, lights on each end, and it's the business executive scheme for Burlington Northern. I still haven't decided on motive power yet. The one benefit of the club I'm going to, and one of the big reasons why I'm going there, is because they have a whole wall of freight cars, passenger equipment, and locomotives you can use without having to ask anyone. You can just pull it off the shelf, throw it on, set it on the layout, and get to work. Another little update I want to do is on some equipment I bought. I got this on eBay. It's good. It's cool little stuff. It's not as positionable as I thought it would be. I had to fix up both of them a little bit when I got them. They came from Europe. They had to be imported. As far as I know, you can't get them in the U.S. They're both New Holland machines, and this one does have the positionable back hook. Slides from side to side. And then, of course, you can do the typical movements, with the bucket and such. And I've got this little grater here, which you can change the direction on the wheels, front and back. The back wheels I had to put back on because they fell off in packaging. And, of course, the boom extends and that tilts and everything. And people have been asking me about them because they're hard to find. But here's the box. This is what it looks like. It just says New Holland Construction. And on the bottom here, it says it's made under license from New Holland Construction, and it's imported by Hobbywork, and Hobbywork Publishing SRL. And it's actually from somewhere in Italy. So the only way I know to find it is on eBay. I just searched construction equipment, and I saw it in this big massive collection of stuff, and I picked these 2 products out. I was looking at a couple more, but I wanted to see what it was. I haven't bought anything overseas yet. If you guys have any questions on that, comment below. Another new machine I have is right here. It's a Moto Art with the different interchangeable implements on the front. So you have the bucket, the forks, the lift or the hoist / crane or whatever, which is used for moving rail and such, and then you've got the pulpwood or log loader. They all interchange really easily. Nothing's broken so far. Another little thing I want to point out is the pallets that those are sitting on. I've got them strewn out throughout my layout here in different areas. Got them over here just chilling around. And I also have them at my brewery. Something else you might notice is I've changed this around a little bit so I actually have a place to load my product. I'll have a grain unloader and loader over here for distributing stuff into different trucks and that. I'll have next weekend at Southside Trains, I'm picking up a forklift and some other stuff to be working on here, and a little surprise. It's a HO scale car, but it has a unique story behind it for me, and I'll share that with you guys when I get it. I want to give a shout out to, his username is JLWII2000. His name is James. He does a lot of reviews. He's very popular. And I want to clear up one misconception. I talked to him and Atherton about this weekend because I was rather upset by how some people were attacking him on some of his reviews, saying that they're biased. Well, you get a lot of people coming in, checking out your page and that, and you're going to have manufacturers say, hey, can you review this? You've got quite a fan base. And people often say, yeah. I mean, just because, someone favors you or likes you doesn't mean you have to give a biased review. And just because they happen to be a better manufacturer of products doesn't mean that he's biased. I find all of his reviews to be very forthcoming, very revealing, and to my knowledge, true. I have seen all the products he's reviewed in person, and I think they are very good products. I believe that Atherton Genesis does make a superior product to some of the MTH stuff, especially the SD70 ACEs. Having had several of them myself and having nothing but problems, I think that was a very good review. Another shout out I want to give is to my friend Rich from the north side of Chicago. He gave me these things, which I had seen them before. I don't get out much other than school and work. So I didn't think of these for uncoupling, which they've made switching so much easier. And when you see my train come by next time, the pulpwood cars are actually loaded with these things. He gave me a whole bag when he visited, and we did some rail fanning together. We had some fun. And another shout out to Freddie, one of my viewers here, and a friend of mine on Facebook. I met him this weekend. He came up from Chicago for Trainfest, and we bumped into each other. It was good to meet you, buddy. Good talking to you. I hope you had fun and a safe trip back home. And I'll go on to another little part of my layout. Since I do still have some N scale, something I thought would be interesting is to use it as a riding scale train on my HO scale layout. So what I've been doing is delivering them from Green Bay by my brewery to here using this flat car. The grooves in it are just about right for the N scale track and for the flanges on here, so it sits in there really nice and it doesn't move about much. And I put the pallets in there. Well, it's not going to fit because the pallets on it, but I use the pallets to keep loads from shifting front to back. But once you get the flanges in there, it sits pretty good. And I just use my hoist over here with my front end loader to remove them. And I'm still working on getting some equipment over to the brewery for loading such stuff. But I just thought it was kind of neat. Bring it over here, one piece at a time as the train goes through, and it's convenient for the operators, as one might say. But I'll be buying some N track coming up here, some Kato Unitrack, and I'll be putting up a little line through here, just something to run back and forth, and goof around, maybe do a little bit of switching, just for fun. Nothing big, but this is my business, my railroad. I'll do whatever I please. Another word out to the rivet counters and picky people. If you're going to go to someone's layout and they're a rivet counter, I'm sure they appreciate your comments and suggestions and stuff. But the people like me and others who just try to enjoy the hobby, I mean, you'll notice none of my stuff is weathered. The one weathered car I have is from Exact Rail, and it came weathered. I don't need to have everything tied down. I don't need to have it blocked in place. It doesn't have to be perfect. Everything doesn't have to be posable or positionable. It doesn't have to be perfect. I had someone make a joking comment about my ground here. I just thought it was kind of funny. And then someone else chewed me out about it because I don't have ground cover down and I have other scenery and track down. I'm just thinking to myself, well, what do you care? You're not going to visit my layout. After a comment like that, I'm sure as hell not going to invite you. I had another person on Facebook comment because I've got a bottle opener here, and once in a while I'll have a beer during operations, and he threw Rule G at me from the FRA handbook, which is, I remember, I'm pretty sure it was Rule G, which means no alcoholic beverages while operating. And I just thought that was kind of funny. I just, myself and several others on Facebook kind of laughed him out of the thread. I mean, not to be rude, but it's just one of those things, it's my layout, I'm going to do what I want. And I mostly put it there to go at the brewery. It was just some inexpensive, comical humor. That's all it is. I mean, that and I have cup holders everywhere now. So, and that's another thing. I did put another UP5 panel up over by my yard. And I will have an O-scale layout that'll be elevated over this loop. And it's just going to be a loop of track, just something to put all my cars on. I might put a switch in later or a passing siding. I ordered some track on eBay. I have no clue what size it is. The guy won't message me back. And he's being a little obnoxious about a few things. He's not being very communicative. But I took a chance. It was inexpensive track. It was the Atlas 21st Century. It's good stuff from what I'm told. I was recommended to go to that. So I did. I figured a loop of track, $60 with shipping. If anything, I can take it, sell it, use it somewhere else, whatever. And I will be getting in the G scale next. I found some stuff that I quote-unquote need. So I'll be getting into that next year, so I'm guessing. I'd like to get a couple more O-gauge freight cars, maybe a passenger car or two, and a locomotive. I haven't decided on what yet, considering it's probably $600 for the locomotives I'm looking at, and I just think that's a little too much. That's 2 car payments. And I really like my new Subaru. I'd rather put it on that for if I'm going to spend that much. And I did get a look at the pre-release models of the Atlas Trainman gensets for IHB, and they are beautiful. I'll be posting those on my Facebook page, and as well as on Model Railroading on their Facebook page. So if you're interested in seeing those and you didn't get the Trainfest or you haven't seen them online, you can see some more pictures of them there. They're beautiful. I can't wait for them to come out. Unfortunately, the ones that they had there were slightly damaged from being handled so much. But they were nice enough on Friday night when I came in early with the club that they're able to let me pick them up, look at them. And they're very nice models. I am really looking forward to getting both IHBs and maybe both BNSF units. I haven't decided yet. So, I found a few other things I like. I found another GP40 from Spring Creek Models, the IHB. So if anyone's interested, rush there and get it. It's $136 as I remember, and they have a Fox Valley River SD24 high hood for $99, I believe. So if you guys are interested in that, those are 2 I was looking at. But I said, you know what? I gotta watch it. I've got just about everything I want in HO. There's a couple freight cars I wouldn't mind getting, and obviously a couple more locomotives, but I'm very content with what I have. I think the last things I bought in HO were these box cars here from Fox Valley Models, and they are beautiful. And when I get those transfer cabooses from Blueford Shops and from Fox Valley, I'll do some reviews on those right away. I'm looking forward to them. I ordered a Burlington Northern and Green Bay and Western transfer cabooses, and I am pumped about those as well. So, other than that, I think that's it. I just want to say thanks to all my followers and viewers, and happy railroading.